Welcome to the Business Buyer Diaries. My name is Nathan Platter. I'm a full-time employee, and I bought a business. I did everything right, from finding the deal, handling all the due diligence on 63 opportunities, and ultimately bought a profitable gym. And boy, was I in for a big surprise as a new owner. I chronicled everything in real time, including the biggest wins to the stressful nights at 2 a.m. I'm sharing my journey without sugarcoating anything, so you don't make the same mistakes that I did. Here's today's episode.
Hey, good morning. So today is Thursday, and today we're having a solid day. So it's the holidays. We are pacing ahead of schedule. I was talking to my sales director last night. He's like, hey, I think I did this earlier. No, I didn't do it on my last podcast. But we're about 3 weeks into the challenge, a 2-week challenge marketing blitz. We have about, today's the 21st, 28th. So we're about 3 weeks away from the challenge start. Yeah, about 3 weeks away. And then there's always like folks that trickle in after the challenge starts. So we have like 5 weeks of sales runway to go. Right now, we've spent about 1/3 of our ad. So we're getting 4 appointments a day, and about 3 of those are showing up. Here's where it gets cray-cray. I mean, that's a very good fill rate, 75%. That's what we want to be at. That's actually, to me, that sounds good. And that's like where our goal needs to be. 50-50 is rough. Because partially, if folks schedule it and they don't even show up, they're blocking someone who would show up and is actually an actual sales prospect. So you need a good fill rate. Here's what things are crazy, guys. Of the 17 leads that have come through the door and shown, of those 17, we have sold 20 challenges. People are selling or buying for their spouse and for themselves. Or they're buying for themselves and a friend. We're still doing our BOGO deal. We're still saying like, hey, you know someone who wants in on this? Well, it's $500 for you. It's $100 for them. You want to split it? $300 a piece? Let's get you in before they find out, and then they have to pay $500. We are ahead of pace. I cannot believe that. Our close rate, which is a terrible labeling for it, is incredible right now. It gets crazier though. That's 4 appointments a day, 3 are showing. We have $6,000 remaining. We've spent $3,000. We have $6,000 remaining in the blitz. Not only are we paying for our ads, so like we're not really we've paid like zero because our sales have paid for the leads. So like whatever. But for the whatever our budgeting and our pacing. So it's called pacing, like much money do you spend per day or per week? If we're gonna actually go through and burn the rest of the ad budget, we have to literally double our volume. Like it's a true 2.0 because we've spent $3,000 over 3 weeks. We need to spend $6,000 over 4 weeks. Okay, so it's like a 1.8. So we're not quite a true double. I lied. Whatever. We are about to like overwhelm staff. I'm excited. People are closing. The sales director's like, guys, like our in-house team, they are closing everything. Everyone is buying. People are engaging. People are signing up. They're saying, yeah, this makes sense. I'm in. Now, part of me is like, okay, that's like too good to be true. I'm wondering if we're pricing ourselves too cheap. People see the value. They see what we've got. Like, yeah, this is an obvious deal of a deal, and everyone's buying. If you're talking to people, if you're applying for a job, let's do a parallel. If you're applying to a job and it's like, hey, you're a great person. What are your salary expectations? And you say $50,000, and every employer says, oh yeah, that's a great deal. We'll hire you. And everybody says, yeah, we'll hire you. You're probably not pricing yourself high enough. Well, historically, when I've applied for jobs, my benchmark is I want 2 out of 3 people to say I am too expensive. That means 1 out of 3 people say, oh, okay, yeah, we can work with that. And that's the sweet spot. And let's say with the job application thing, the companies that are going to be penny pinchers, dirt cheapers, they're going to be like, break every penny out of you that they possibly can. They're probably going to micromanage you. They're probably going to bug you. They're probably going to ask you to work the weekend and the weekdays and the night and in the early mornings. And they're going to pay you garbage salary. Like what I found in my career as an employee The places, those 1/3 of places, say, oh, yeah, that's higher end, but okay, we can work with that and renegotiate. Like we make some, but I wanted care if it's 1/3 to think I'm too expensive or 1/3 to think I'm priced right. I want there to be some negative. Then I know I found my sweet spot, that I'm not a right fit for everybody, that I'm only working with the folks that I charge too much and I give too much and they get too much and they pay too much. Everyone does too much. And that's a great area to be in because you want generosity in your program, in your job, in your staff. You want there to be too much gravy. You want to give them too much. You want them to give you too much. The roles I have where they doc and track every single day of PTO, those jobs, the jobs where I have unlimited PTO and I'll just bounce I'll say, yep, I'm on PTO tomorrow. And I'll just play around with it. And they're like, okay, cool. You getting your work done? Like, oh yeah, I got it done on Saturday or I got it done the day before. They're like, okay, cool. Have a good day off tomorrow. Those are the places where they pay me too much money and I deliver too much value and everyone is getting gravied on. So let's come back to the process here. So we're closing everything. Like literally, we are selling more than we are booking. It's too late now because we've already done it for the sales cycle, but this next sales cycle, I think we need to up our prices and hit that sweet spot. Not because, well, I don't know. We have a capacity. We still have room for probably, let's see, we're at like 270 per members. Our maxed out number, I'm estimating, is about 420 or so. So we do have a space issue. So I want to get all the bodies on the floor. And then we can start elevating prices to deliver that gravy on gravy for our members. But I also want folks to say, I don't know. That seems a little bit expensive. Then that keeps that, one of the perks of that too. Then our staff has to stay sharp on our sales objection handling. Say, okay, well, yes, that's a lot of money. $150 a month is a lot. $400 is a lot. Here's why it's not expensive. Hey, here's our nutrition tracking. Here is our coaching program. Here's our follow-up. Here's our check-in. Here's how we measure your in-body. Here is how we correct your form. Here's how you go from a newbie to a mid-level kickboxer in 10 weeks. Here's how you get your heart rate up. Here's how you make sure that you are burning more than you're consuming. And here are the goal. Here's not your goal. Here's what you will get if you follow the program and stick to it. So yeah, this isn't free. We're not working with folks that are expecting to do nothing and get everything. The folks that have to work with that are people pleasers. Have you ever dated someone and they're like, hey, how much are you going to give me? Like on the first date, they ask like, hey, what you going to give me? Are you going to pay for dinner all the time? Are you going to do this? Are you going to do this? Are you going to do this? Are you going to do this for me? That's a red flag if you're dating and you know it. You know it. So if you're talking to a member like, okay, what are the class schedules? What's it going to cost me? And they're not saying like, hey, how can I get plugged in? How can I be engaged? Those are the people you want to date. Those are the relationships you want to have. Those are the people you want to break bread with. So all I have to say, let's back up here. I think we're charging too little. I think folks are seeing the value. They're plugging in. They're staying engaged. They want what we have to offer. And after one class, they are committed. They are locked in. They are ready to roll. And so right now we're charging either 400 or 500. I can't remember the number. But our pricing's off. So too many people are saying yes. So right now we were targeting 80. We're going to end up, I pushed my sales guys that, hey, how impossible is it if we've got 100 people in this challenge? Because I don't want us to get the gas off the pedal. I want us to end up short of our crazy big goal because we're shooting big and we're going to end up just below big. And if we're shooting for a goal and we surpass the goal, we probably shot low in all reality. And that's the whole sales psychology conversation. That's away from it. But so for charging 400 now, what value can we deliver above and beyond so that next time around, one, that some people say we're too expensive, they can't quite swing it because they don't see the value that we're going to give an extra 6 months of life to these people. Is that worth if you could pay $800 and you were guaranteed to extend your lifespan 6 months, would you pay $400 to get 600 or 6 months more of life? $400, would you pay $800 to get an extra year of your life? Would you pay $8,000 if you were guaranteed to live a decade longer? Would you go get a credit card, max out the credit card, and knew that you could live a decade longer in your life? I would do that. I will do that every day of the week. That is an incredible bargain. Oh my gosh. So if people don't believe that that's the value we're offering, we're not selling the value. And if folks are stuff like, oh, I don't know, I don't want to pay $8,000 to live a decade longer in my life, then they know that they're sabotaging their own nutrition. They know they're doing bad life decisions. They know they can't make sense of it. If they can't make sense of adding to their lifestyle, these are folks that we're going to be dragging through the challenge. They're going to be folks that complain about getting a testimonial. They're going to be folks that are demanding that we give one-on-one coaching for $5 an hour. And they're going to be folks that suck the light out of our studio. They're going to drain the other members. They're going to be whiners with the staff. And you only want winners in your studio. And you can't make someone become a winner. But if they're around an atmosphere of winners and they have the goal to be a winner, okay, we can work with that. It's okay if you're not a winner today. It's not okay if you're like, yeah, I'm not a winner. I'm never going to be a winner. I'll buy the program, but you have to fix me to be a winner. I don't know. You got to believe you can do it too, Tiger. You can't just expect someone else to fix your life and you just sit there on the couch watching us work on you and you don't work on you. That's not how this works. No one gets a better life. Sit in the back seat, eating Doritos, hoping that their life isn't going to get fixed by somebody else. Nah, you got to show up and put in. That's how relationships work. That's how life works. That's how your body works. That's how your body tells you, you got to get moving. Okay. So that's where we're at now. And my job is to deliver far more value than what we're charging. And I've been checking out, I think for this next challenge cycle, not the one we're in now, but the one afterwards, I'm looking at getting a custom branded app for just this studio. It'll include nutrition plans, habit coaching, mindset coaching, 200 plus meal recipes for folks that want to do it at home. We're going to include a partnership with a dropship meal kit service that folks buy the FXB meals and we send them a weekly free prepped meal kit. You just put them in the freezer or the refrigerator and now your meals are good to go for the week. And you do nothing on Sunday. You just open the container and boom, you're now having the perfect nutrients for the week. We're also going to schedule one-on-one consultations complimentary with a sleep expert, a nutrition expert, and a mindset expert. Should you take those up, you'll get those as well. Hey, guy, it's not going to cost $5 to fulfill or $10. It's going to cost a pretty penny. So instead of $400, we'll probably be charging $700, $800 for a challenge. Yeah, that's a lot of money. But at the end of the challenge, you will have 10 weeks of 3 certified experts in their field to make sure you're sleeping better, that your brain is better, your self-talk is better, and your habits are repaired. Not permanently fixed, but you're at least 90% of the way there. And I am stoked because $400, if I could get an extra hour of quality sleep every night for the rest of my life for $400, are you kidding me? I'll pay $400 to have a better night's sleep for my whole life. Don't even get me started on the habits or the limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs can help you get a raise of $2,000 a year for the rest of your life by knowing how to ask, knowing how to have confidence, knowing how to sell yourself, knowing how to present your value to somebody else. That fixes your relationship. That fixes your employment. That fixes your family dynamic. $400? Sleep? Limiting beliefs? Habit? Everyone should be buying it. So this is a no-brainer. $800 is probably the price too low, to be honest. The folks that should be getting this should be paying like $4,000. I mean, let's be real. That's a $4,000 offering. $800 just to get you moving off the couch. $4,000 is to keep you on the bandwagon. So I'm stoked. I'm ecstatic. My zone of genius is thinking about value add upsell and not sales because I'm trying to just get a revenue out of people. Selling is delivering. Selling is providing. Selling is goal accomplishing and sharing what you got, what it does for people, how it gets them to where they want to be. At the end of the day, living the most meaningful, impactful life they can even get hands on. Most folks have T-Rex arms. They can't even reach their goals because they think, oh, I got little T-Rex arms. But you have like NBA player arms, like where your wingspan is like 11 feet long and you can reach across the court and grab the ball. People have basketball player arms and they live with T-Rex arms. Don't live like that. We need to get you out of your own head. And we're going to get you rocking and rolling. So I'm stoked. This challenge is selling. The pricing is too low. The value is too low. We need to crank it up. The next challenge in April, this is going to be, people are going to be blown away. People are like, what crap is going on over at Eden Prairie? Like, yeah, this is what we're doing. Here's the value we're delivering. Everything is going to be at your fingertips. Everything is going to change your life. You will not be recognizable. Starting in April, challenge run, April, May, June, 4th of July, having barbecues, hanging outside. People will be like, who is that girl? Or like, check out that hunk of meat over there. And people are, that dude. Because that's the guy and the girl that we're talking about here. That's what we do. We don't just need like eyebrow raising change. We need jaw dropping. Right now, people are saying, oh, you look different. You act different. Oh. I have people like, what the actual fuck happened to you? And then you can say, oh my gosh, for $800, here is how I am a whole 3.0 of myself. 1.0 was high school. 2.0 was adulthood. 3.0 is kick-ass me. Here's where it happened. Here's how it went down. Here's what I did. And that's the best part. Here's what I did. And I had all these guys to get me there. So that's where we're at. That's what we're talking about. This episode's going way long because I am so stoked. I cannot wait to be doing this. This is my zone of genius. This is my passion. My goal is to deliver so much to our members that everyone is a 3.0. 2.0, people wake up to 1.0. They stumble into 2.0. Here, they crack the whip and they close the deal on themselves to become a 3.0 and to really be the person they've been created to be. That's where we're going. I'm ecstatic. Time to go network. Time to go crank out some waves. Rock it out.
This has been another episode of the Business Buyer Diaries. Subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. I hope you're realizing that business ownership is no cakewalk. Check the podcast notes for a link to the DIY due diligence program, the complete list of show sponsors, and for media inquiries. Music written and composed by Wes Schrock. I'm your host, Nathan Platter. Join me again on the next one.